My best friend sabotaged my wedding after I haked her through cancer. Today, she asked me to be her maid of honor. The bridesmaid dress still hangs in my closet. Meow tags attached, never worn, a $300 reminder of how my best friend of 15 years destroyed what should have been the happiest day of my life. Yesterday, she showed up at my door with champagne and a gift box containing a "Will you be my maid of honor" card. I met Olivia in college. We were inseparable aisle roommates, then neighbors, then each other's emotional support through every life crisis. When she was diagnosed with stage 3 lymphoma at 27, I practically moved into her apartment. I drove her to chemo sessions, held her hair during the vomiting, and slept on her hospital room floor during the worst nights. For 2 years, my life revolved around her recovery. I postponed my engagement, took leave from work, and drained my savings to help with medical bills she couldn't cover. "You are the sister I never had," she told me between treatments. "I'll spend the rest of my life making this up to you." The cancer went into remission 4 months before my rescheduled wedding. Everyone called it perfect timing as Olivia recovered me, finally getting married. She insisted on being my maid of honor despite still regaining her strength. The morning of my wedding, my phone exploded with notifications. Someone had created a fake Androcan account with of explicit text supposedly between my fiancé Ryan and my cousin. The texts were dated throughout my engagement, was even during the weeks I was staying with Olivia's during her treatments. I confronted Ryan, who was stunned and swore they were fabricated. My cousin, hysterical and embarrassed, showed me her actual message history with Ryan and Emma's sense, nothing but casual family conversations about surprise party planning. But the damage was spreading. Wedding guests were calling, asking if the ceremony was cancelled. Ryan's conservative family was horrified. My father, who had already disapproved of Ryan, was threatening to pull his financial support for the reception through the chaos. Olivia was strangely calm, offering to handle everything, and suggesting we postpone. When I refused and demanded everyone focus on determining who created the fake text, she became increasingly agitated. It was my sister who discovered the truth. The fake account had accidentally viewed a photo that contained Habra from Olivia's new iPhone gel, detail she wouldn't have noticed without her IT background. When confronted, Olivia crumbled, admitting she created the fake texts using message generators in Photoshop. "I didn't think you'd actually marry him," she sobbed. "He's not good enough for you after everything we've been through together." The wedding proceeded, 5 hours late with half the guests gone and an atmosphere of confused tension replacing joy. Ryan and I tried to move past it, but the shadow of that day lingered. We separated 8 months later. I hadn't seen or spoken to Olivia since that confrontation until yesterday when she appeared at my door looking nervous but determined. "I know I am the last person you want to see," she started, "but I'm getting married in June, and despite everything, you are still the only person I want standing beside me." My last day are not a happy laugh, but the kind that prevents screaming. "You ruined my marriage before it even started." "I was sick," she whispered. "Not just the cancer. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder last year. I'm on medication now in therapy. What I did was unforgivable, but I ain't asking anyway." As I closed the door in her face, I realized something. During those 2 years caring for her through cancer, I'd forgotten to protect myself from the person I was saving. Some people deserve second chances. Others will just find new ways to hurt you twice. I finally know which category she belongs in.